matchup we have for you. Part of what makes this the best sport in the world, a rivalry game. A time where no matter what the record or the season outlook, a win in this one solves all problems and gets you those valuable bragging rights. Welcome to College Park, Maryland, SECU Stadium, better known as the Snake Pit and home of the Terps. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Maryland Terrapins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. The Scarlet Knights will put total leather to crank us up. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Maryland's offense will go to work first. So the last time these two got together, the nails were chewed down to the cuticles. It was a barn burner. Think we get another one of those, Jesse?
I certainly hope so, Reese. And I know that mental toughness is very cliche in all of sports, especially college football. And David, it's something that coaches are always harping on. But this is one of those games. The team that's most mentally tough at the end, they probably win.
Especially in rivalry games, especially in big moments, especially when there's more to it than just a game. So
he'll off one deep down the left side. Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Maryland! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. And he's coming out of the end zone. So Rutgers offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Last time we saw these guys, it was a rather forgettable experience for this quarterback. He turned the football over, he got sacked. Just not a good day at all, Jesse.
Well, the defense was able to rattle him. They hit him often, they hit him early, they got sacks on him, and then he started feeling it. His eyes came down, he started floating the ball over the middle of the field and putting it into trouble and got picked off. So it's important in this one, David. Up front, they do a better job of helping him stay on his feet.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
And when you run the option, you run the risk of putting the ball on the deck, and especially once that thing starts to string out, and defense does a really good job playing assignment football, man on a man. I got the quarterback taken care of, and you could tell, had the running back taken care of too. Nowhere to go with that pitch, and they forced the turnover.
Great place to start for this offense. The give to the back. Powers through the defender. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Working that left side now. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Washington. And it's incomplete on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger.
Man, as a defensive coach, that's a win. When you can be already put in a bad position because your offense fumbles and they're in scoring position and you give up just 3, that is a situational football at its best. Nice job by this defense, handling a little adversity and just giving up the field goal.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll leave it with him. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. And the Scarlet Knights want to move quickly. It has been a rocky ride through Big Ten play so far, and they're running out of time to turn it around.
Yeah, and sometimes the Big Ten will do that to you, right? It's a competitive conference. There's a lot of competitive environments that you have to step into, and they haven't been great this season. Let's be honest. But, Jesse, I'm more interested to see how they finish off the last.
Wide open spaces. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. The Scarlet Knights will snap it on 1st and 10.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll leave it with the lone back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Hart. Fires to the right. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Scarlet Knights send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin them deep. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. Still running at the 40. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practiced, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Wants to throw again. Intercepted. Oh, what a play.
Well, everything was going so well for this team early here in this game, and now all of a sudden they get a critical mistake. And you know how college football, David, is about momentum. What is their defense going to be able to do here now when they take the field?
You're right, man. The momentum swings so fast, and now this defense's job is to go out and stop it, right? Like, we made a mistake. You huddle the guys up, sudden change. Be aware they might take a shot down the field, but let's grab the momentum right back.
And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. They've spotted them a 10-0 start now to see if they can answer on this drive. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. The Scarlet Knights racing to the line in the hurry-up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a 1st down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Dropping back, it's Hart. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Rutgers. Fitted in the window for the score.
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post, right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
Ready to try the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Maryland has the ball back in the Terrapin offense ready to go. They'll run the option. The pitch. These teams putting up some early points, and now they have it back up 10-7. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback, and too much attention on the quarterback.
Down the seam on the left. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. From the 22 on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it. So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Washington. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, it's 3rd and long. They're trying to throw beyond the sticks to get the first down. What a great job by the defender that time, breaking on the ball, snagging it out of the air, and securing that interception.
Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. We've had some early scores. They get the ball back, trailing by a field goal, 10-7. Running to the left. Running into the open space. Good blocking, good running. Pickup of 6 out to the 30. And the Scarlet Knights in the hurry-up. Takes the handoff. It's Walters. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32. The Scarlet Knights come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the incompletion is an open invitation to the special teams unit to come onto the field. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback moving. He'll pull it down. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Finds a little space. Turning it on!
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling or help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Looking to pass. It's Washington. He's going to take off. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. The Terrapins line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Maryland has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Terrapins!
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Ohio State is currently ahead in this one, but it's been a tight one so far in Columbus. They're up by 7 over Washington. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. To the air, it's Hart. Fires to the big fella. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. And the Scarlet Knights moving quickly to the line. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
The run from the shotgun. Slips one guy, now he's loose. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. The Scarlet Knights with the 1st and 10. Gets the back moving. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Second down.
Quarterback on the keeper. They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a 1st down.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy 1st down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Got his man on the outside. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Throws for the tight end. He's got it and still on his feet. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. Motion from the back. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to throw, it's Hart. Trying to find the end zone. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. As they come to the line, they've moved it, but they need one more. Sneaks it in.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish the deal with the quarterback sneak. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march and trying to burn this defensive back. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. He'll do it himself. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. And the Scarlet Knights come to the line in the hurry-up.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense...
The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Lets it fly. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone. It'll be 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Hart. Fires to the middle. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, David.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Nifty run there, pickup of 6 out to the 25. And the Terrapins with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Knocked down at the 31 after a gain of 5. It's 1st and 10 from the 31.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
Now they'll run it to the right here. Creates a little space. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. The Terrapins are on the move. Off the play fake on 1st down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
And the Terrapins trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass, it's Washington. Unloads it left. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. 6th play of the drive coming up. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Finds his tight end. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Out of the gun. The running back has it. There he goes. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Might as well give it to him again. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The Scarlet Knights can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Caught near the sticks. It's Thomas. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're playing a better team, you want to come in and you want to hang around, Jesse, and they're doing just that, staying in this game and have a lead.
Yeah, the unranked team, they've been playing with more intensity in this one, and I think if you're a leader right now on the ranked squad, you've got to be talking to your guys and waking everybody up. This coaching staff is going to have to make some halftime adjustments, but they're going to have to give an earful to their guys to come out here in the 2nd half and start making some plays.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Now the play fake. Going for 6. Touchdown, Rutgers. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole 1st half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, we have a 28-17 ball game. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Scanning the field, it's Washington. Oh, they're after him. Wide open, he makes the catch. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Trying to make magic with his feet. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And we've got to start our report by shouting out that quarterback. My man was dropping dimes like a bank robber, one after another, right on the money, spreading the wealth. Are you picking up on the theme here, people? Long ways to go, I know. But if this continues, that young man is going to be cashing in more ways than one. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Scarlet Knights decide to punt it away. Hand goes into the air for the fair catch, and the catch is made around the 40. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. To throw, it's Washington. Makes the grab. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Terrapins will hustle to the line. Motion from the wideout. It's a draw. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. And the Terrapins come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Going right to work up top. Fires to the tight end. He's knocked out of bounds as he gets it across midfield and down to the 46. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Walters. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Scarlet Knights are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Lewis. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Scarlet Knights will have it 1st and 10. They go to the ground. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. it's Walters. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll try to bully their way for the first. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. Right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger.
That makes the score Rutgers 31, Maryland 17.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen.
He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Terrapins will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. Off play action on first down. Oh, it's picked off, and boy, did this D need that. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Gets it past the marker. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looking downfield, it's Washington. Completes it along the sidelines, but that'll be for no gain. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Right down the middle. Oh, they really could have used that catch. Their physical pass defense, it brings up a 4th down. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Between the uprights, it's good. Now the lead is down to 11. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Quickly to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. On the move. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage from no gain on the play. The Scarlet Knights are in the hurry-up. On third down, he drops to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Scarlet Knights line up to punt it away. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Out of the gun to give to the back. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
And that's a first down.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Adams. Brought down at the 21-yard line. A 50-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. They'll give it to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Gives it to the back on the draw. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a fourth down stop. Offense in a bunch formation. They'll give it on the counter. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He'll keep it himself. Across the 20 and out of bounds at the 21-yard line, and just like that, they're out of trouble. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Scarlet Knights come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Wants to throw. It's Hart. That pass is incomplete. And here comes the punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Final play of the quarter coming. Looking to throw on first down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Maryland! And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw him way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Gonna run it. It's Walter. And he coughed it up, and good thing he got it back himself. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Give to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Hart. It's complete to the right. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
And the Scarlet Knights will send out the punt unit. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. A strike downfield. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating explosive play.
Oh, that move is going to leave them dizzy. And the Terrapins want to pick up the tempo.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Adams. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. The Terrapins come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. All the plays, all the plans, all the schemes, and it will be decided on this kick. He splits the uprights. Fellas, we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. UConn was anything but dominant today, but the Huskies are going to leave Rentschler Field winners. A lot to work on, no question, but they avoid one in the L column. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. They'll go to the counter. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Hart. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Scarlet Knights have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. The quick out. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lewis. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Scarlet Knights really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. The Scarlet Knights have their offense in high gear. To the air on 1st down. Throwing right. Makes the grab. It's Anderson. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. They're trying to seal the edge off right tackle. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. They'll go to the ground. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play. And guys, they've come through on the first 2 third down tries. This one might be a little tougher. under fire. And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And the Scarlet Knights will punt this one away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. To the air, it's Washington. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
And the Terrapins have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Lets it fly. Connection to the right. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Terrapins want to crank the tempo.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500. I would have won the Heisman, maybe. It's a big deal today in college football, no doubt. Listen, he's in a rhythm right now. He's in a groove. We've seen good decision-making. He's been playing on time, and he's been deadly accurate throwing it. And guess what? This game is far from over.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the...
He hurls one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Terrapins will try to pin them back with the punt. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Oh, a lot of space. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. Looking for a man. It's Hart. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Scarlet Knights are threatening in the red zone. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Using the quick game. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. On the move, it's Walters. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Pressure coming. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good. Easy call for the refs. Just over a minute to go. Drama is high, guys, to see if they can hold on to this lead.
Well, the offense and special teams did their job right here late in the 4th quarter. They put themselves now in position to win this game. It all comes down to the defense. Can they deliver? If they get the stop, they win this game.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Here's the pressure. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to throw, it's Washington. Firing to the right, complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. On third and long, try to convert through the air. He's taking a deep shot. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Makes the grab. He's got a first down. Touchdown, Terrapins! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Really good execution by this offense late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up, it's what you dream about, but now my defense has to go on the field and get me one more stop.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, running back on the move. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice game. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want them.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances, and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
The offense will quickly use a timeout. To the air, it's Hart. Got a man in the middle. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. And the Scarlet Knights will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to throw, and he's running out of time. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. They were really starting to put a drive together. After a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Took a shot as he threw. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion. And here we go, down the score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They got him for the sack, and they'll get the ball back after the 4th down stop. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. it's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go into the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.